Political landscape seems to be growing more and more divided all of the time.
Jon Keller sits down with Representative Stephen Lynch for his take on how it will affect the midterm election.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Election Day is a week from Tuesday. Can you believe it? Are you ready? We hope that after you vote, you will join us here on Tuesday, November 6th to watch your vote count, both on WBZ and on our sister station, TV 38, for complete coverage of both the local and national election results. Meanwhile, let's get a preview of what to expect and an update on some important local issues with one of two members of the Massachusetts congressional delegation who's running unopposed on the ballot November 6th, 8th District Congressman Stephen Lynch. Congressman, welcome.
Thank you, John. Good to be with you.
Good to have you here. You've had a nice, easy fall, right?
No, I had two Democrats run against me.
Well, I know in the primary, but since then, it's a milk run, right?
Well, yeah, you still have to be out there. You still have to ask people for their vote. That's important. People like to be asked, as Tip O'Neill said, you know.
Well, in March of 2017, seems like a million years ago, I looked it up. You told WBZ Radio that you didn't think President Trump was being treated fairly in the media, and you decried what you called a, quote, steady drumbeat of attack against Donald Trump, end quote. Yeah. I'm kind of curious. Do you still feel the same way, and do you agree with the president's tweet the other day that, quote, a very big part of the anger we see today in our society is caused by the mainstream media?
Yeah, what I was asked was whether the candidates had been treated fairly in the last election, meaning Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump.
Okay.
And what I said was, no, they said, do you think it was overly negative? And based on the Belfer Institute at Harvard, they said that was the most negative press coverage, and they've tracked it from 1960, the Kennedy-Nixon election, to the current day. They said that Hillary Clinton's press during their campaign was 82% negative and Donald Trump's was 80% negative. So Clinton's was a little bit more negative, but overall, the press in that race was overwhelmingly negative. The only positive stuff about Trump was that he was a multi-millionaire, right. And the only positive stuff about Clinton was that she was a former Secretary of State.
Well, here we are now. You know what's been going on, these letter bombs, the rhetoric. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's very sad when you see violence threatened against people who run for political office. I think in some cases the rhetoric and the passion overrides, I think, common decency. I mean, obviously, the letter bombs are the extreme example of the passions that run today, and may illustrate some mental incapacity there, some psychological problems with that individual. But also, when you go online, you go on the social media, people are so cruel to each other. I mean, every spectrum of the political view, it's just, there's a lot of hate there, there's a lot of criticism, shouting people down. I don't think that social media brings the best out in people in many cases.
So we've created, with multiple cooks, the president and others, I would say.
Yeah, of course.
A toxic stew.
That's right.
How do we get out of it?
Look, what I do is I try to, I try to actually have empathy for the people that are struggling, whether they're struggling from the left or from the right. Try to get people in the middle. Try to use compromise as a tool of bringing people together. It doesn't always work. It seems like, excuse me, the energy seems to be on the far right and on the far left, and not necessarily with the people in the middle who are actually trying to get something done.
All right, let's take a quick break and clear some more time to talk about the midterms and a couple of pressing local issues. And we'll do that when we continue our conversation with Congressman Stephen Lynch in a moment. Please stay with us.